Ryan's Hope.
Watch out.
Watch out for who?
You tricked me into telling you that I planned Arlie's kidnapping, and then you ran and told my mother. I'm gonna get you, Delia. Any day now.
And On the Edge of Night.
Raven, you really have got the instincts of Diana, goddess of the hunt.
But what do you expect from a woman when she comes face to face with Adonis?
Ryan's Hope, The Edge of Night, weekdays.
The People's Court, today at 4:30.
You know, for someone who is so desperate to have me take them out for lunch, you've hardly touched your food.
Well, I'm not in a hurry.
I think you're spending more time savoring your triumph than you are savoring your salmon.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a triumph. Minor victory, maybe, but,
Raven, you really, should have gone into politics. You're a master strategist.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You know, just when to be obvious and just when to be subtle.
Well, I don't think I was ever really obvious now.
Well, what would you call storming into my house, insisting that I take you to lunch, and then deliberately phoning Ian and threatening me with the notion that
I
you would...
did not threaten you. I was just making other arrangements because you weren't interested.
Raven, you really have got the instincts of Diana, goddess of the hunt.
Thank you. But what do you expect from a woman when she comes face to face with Adonis?
What number are you looking for?
Oh, well, I'm just looking up the number of a friend.
In the
Hey,
yellow pages?
well, he happens to own a store.
What kind of store?
Hey, what is this, 20 questions? Stop bugging me.
Physicians. What kind of a store does your friend run? You're looking for a doctor's number, aren't you?
Hey, look, Nora, if my friend happens to be a doctor, that's not my fault.
You're looking for Dr. Kavanaugh's number, aren't you? You want to talk to him about me.
All right, Nora, the truth is, the sooner we do talk to Kavanaugh about, you know what.
What do you mean, we? I am the one that's having this baby. I'll make a decision who to talk to.
Oh, come on, Nora, get it over with. Will you call him and tell him you want to do something about the kid?
I still don't know what to do yet.
Well, there's only one thing to do.
That's wrong. No, we have a lot of choices. You know something? I've been thinking about it. The more I think about it, I realize the more that I want a family.
A family? You're not going to have a family, baby. You're going to be stuck with a kid.
Well, it's a start, isn't it? Then all I need is a husband.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Lemon Fresh Joy. For a Lemon Fresh clean, right down to the shine. And by All Vegetable Crisco. Crisco makes pie crust flaky.
When we have a party, you'll find me dancing, and you'll find Doolittle eating. There's some mighty good Crisco cooks around here, and they all try to outdo each other. So they're always coming up with some great new Crisco recipes, like crispy potato puffs.
Don't taste greasy.
And peach tart, flaky crust. Oh, boy, Annie, those look good.
They're shrimp croquettes.
Oh, well, how'd you make them?
Well, first you chop up your shrimp.
Add flour, milk, onions, and spices. Then you mold them and deep fry in Crisco until they're golden brown and crispy. Then you top them with this cream sauce.
That's good cooking, Ma. Why don't you get the recipe?
I will if you get up there and dance.
Look for Loretta's recipes in your favorite women's magazines.
Crisco will use proud every time. Get it, honey, get it.
My dishes are so beautiful they shine without towel drying.
Dishes shine, really shine. And we don't have to dry.
Before I discovered
We discovered New Lemon Fresh Joy.
I had to dry.
Because with other leading brands would usually get spots.
Not with New Joy.
Only our New Joy leaves dishes practically spot-free.
Beautiful. And without a towel.
Fact is, other leading brands can dry leaving spots. New Joy's unique anti-spotting formula lets dishes dry practically spot-free, down to the shine.
That's beautiful.
Without a towel. So
We've discovered a whole new way to shine.
Try new Lemon Fresh Joy for a beautiful shine, without a towel.
Listen, Sid, I hope you don't go getting no wrong ideas about the other night, you know, about those crazy cops coming in here accusing me of having a guy like Loomis on the payroll. I mean, no way, no way.
Then why do they think so?
Yeah, because they're fishing, that's why. Because they go around to this guy and they said, hey, you did this and you did that, and some guys fall for it. But not me. No, sir.
Don't worry about what I think, Eddie. I'm on my own business.
But I do worry. I mean, I want to help you mind your business. You understand? I want us to be partners. I mean, that's not a tough thing to do. I want you to feel like I'm a little two-bit hood. You understand? I don't want these guys coming in here, cops saying to me, making false accusations and all this kind of stuff.
I thought about it, Eddie, and I don't know whether it's the right thing to do or not, but I decided to sell you half the place.
I mean, after all, I know you got to think about things, and it's probably to your advantage. What did you just say?
I said it's a deal, if you still want it.
Hey, that's terrific. That's sensational. You know that? When did you finally decide?
I don't know. Maybe I just got tired of working so hard. Maybe I feel bad about losing my favorite waitress.
Don't worry, so we'll get somebody else.
No, it's not what I meant. I mean, it's not that Missy's such a good waitress. As a matter of fact, she's a pretty bad waitress.
So then what's the problem?
Well, she's kind of special to me, you know? Kind of like family.
It's like family, huh?
Yeah. One thing I never got out of my crummy marriage was a kid.
She's like family, and she's like a daughter, right? And now she's going to leave home. You know, I can understand that. I mean, that's pretty sad, you know that? You got tissue. Can I borrow your tissue? I guess I get a little sentimental. I mean, it don't mean nothing, though. It's all right.
Sid? Hi, can I talk to you?
Sure, honey.
All right, listen, I'm going to get going. I'll come back later tonight after dinner. We'll talk about some things, okay? Take care, kid, huh?
What was that all about?
Nothing. Nothing at all. How are things going, honey?
Sid, I am so excited I can't breathe properly. I walk around with my eyes half shut because I'm afraid if I open them up all the way, I'll find out it's all been a dream.
Well, I'd open those eyes if I were you.
I just can't believe it. I mean, me, Mitzi Martin on a real stage.
I can't wait to see you there. I am going to bring a whole big special rooting crowd for you.
Anyway, I just wanted to stop in and say goodbye. I mean, after all, next time I come in here, I'm just going to be an ordinary customer.
Oh, Mitzi, you could never be ordinary in Sid's place. The only trouble is, next time you come in, you'll probably be mobbed for your autograph.
Yeah, I guess I better practice my handwriting, huh? Sid, you are the best mother a waitress ever had.
What?
Oh, nothing. You know what I mean.
Yeah, sure. I know what you mean.
You stop kidding around, Nora. Listen, people like you and me do not get married. I mean, you don't get married because of some little accident.
Oh, what a nice name for our baby. Accidental Wagner.
Hey, listen, just leave the Wagner stuff out of this because I am not signing my name to any marriage certificate.
We used to talk about getting married when we worked for the Bowies. You were willing to think about signing something then, weren't you?
Well, things were different then.
How different?
Well, for one thing, Mr. Whitney was not like Bowie.
So what?
No, I mean, Mr. Whitney would not like for us to be married. He did not hire a married couple. He hired me, and he hired you.
Me and you and Junior. That's a point. Maybe you'll pay us extra for the kid.
That's not funny, Nora.
No, I don't think he'll do that. What I think he will do is fire us, both of us, when he finds out what's happened.
Oh, yeah? Well, just speak for yourself, baby, because I will still fit into my uniform.
Unless, of course, we were to get married. Now, there's nothing wrong with a married couple in a house. Lots of people prefer it, you know. I mean, we'd only take up one room. A domestic couple, more stable, more reliable.
I am not a domestic.
What is the matter with you, babe? You used to tell me I was the whole world to you. And now you have a chance to tell the whole world.
You know what, Nora? I'm really beginning to believe you're taking this seriously.
I am having this baby. I've made a decision. And the only alternative is to marry its daddy. Now, listen. We'll talk to Mr. Whitney. Don't worry about it, all right?
No, it's not all right.
Hey, I bet he thinks it'll be great. I mean, maybe he'll even give us a wedding. Wouldn't that be
Nora,
great?
listen.
Now, don't worry about it, really. Come on. Most fathers really get used to it, okay? Okay? But look, I have to go out. I have to do some shopping.
Okay. Hello, I'm calling for Mitzi Martin. I was just wondering if she was there right now.
Yeah, she's here, but she's kind of busy. Can I take a message?
No. You see, I was just wondering if she was working there today. You see, I'm a friend of hers, and, well, anyway, listen, just tell her that I'm going to drop by there a little later, okay?
Well, I'm not sure she's going to be here, mister. She got herself a new job.
What kind of people drink Sanka brand? People like Joe Zabrowski, underwater welder.
I love my coffee, but too much caffeine makes me tense. Down here, I can't afford that. So I drink Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee. In this sea air, hot coffee tastes especially good. And Sanka brand's 100% real coffee. So for me, it's just smart to drink Sanka brand.
Sanka brand, for people who love coffee, but not caffeine.
Catch anything, Stan?
Yeah. Chicken.
Good thing I packed the stovetop stuffing.
Oh, stuffing. But Stan likes potatoes.
Let's make both and see.
Stovetop is always perfect, but chicken sure beats potatoes.
You were right. We've hardly touched the potatoes, and the stovetops disappeared.
Hope you brought more stovetop.
Sure.
In case you hook another chicken.
Next time, instead of potatoes, serve stovetop stuffing and watch it disappear.
You know, the more I read about this George Foley character and his bizarre behavior, the less I understand.
Well, all I know is that he was involved in some sort of espionage. That's all they told me.
Yeah. That hasn't appeared in any of the newspapers. I imagine they haven't decided to go public with it yet.
You want to know something?
What's that?
It's all your fault.
What is?
The fact that I was kidnapped, drugged, and almost murdered, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Now, how on God's green earth do you come to that conclusion? I never even met this man, Foley.
Well, if it hadn't been for you, I would never have met Jefferson Brown. And if I hadn't met Jefferson Brown, then Foley would have never kidnapped me. So there you see is the truth.
Oh, I see. It's because of me that you married that imposter.
Well, if he hadn't met you, he wouldn't have been an imposter now, would he?
Oh, of course. Now I realize you. I feel terribly guilty.
Well, that's all right. It's all over now. Foley's dead. Jefferson Brown is dead. And I would like to forget about the whole thing.
Forget about it. Forget about your marriage, your loving marriage?
Let's not get nasty.
Oh, but gee, you've told me so many times what a loving marriage you had, how you adored your husband. That's why you're interested in me, of course. I'm the closest thing to a reasonable facsimile you can find of him, and...
Here's the dessert. Chocolat vanille cake.
Merci.
Thank you. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
May I get you some more coffee, please?
Thank you.
So, when am I going to see you again?
If you're seeing me now, why worry about tomorrow?
Well, I'm not worried about tomorrow.
What are you worried about, then?
Just thinking about tonight.
Is this your direct approach, rather?
Just asking.
I tell you what. Why don't we wait and see? Life is so much more interesting when it's unpredictable.
Would you like another drink, miss?
No, thank you. I'll wait.
Okay.
Hello, Camilla.
Hello. Aren't you going to sit down?
Thank you, yes.
Well, obviously you can't believe it's really me. Have I changed that much in 3 years?
Camilla, I certainly hope so.
Was Cindy a good girl?
An angel. But her wings.
What?
Her little dress. It's usually soft and smells so nice and fresh.
Well, it ought to smell fresh. I just washed it. She noticed you didn't use Downy. There's a big difference without the softener.
Downy rinses in the April freshness and softness babies love and helps rinse out static cling.
Smells fresh today, and it's soft.
I'm using Downy again. Look who noticed.
April Fresh Downy.
Sore throat? Say ah. Chlor-ah-septic. The ah in Chloraseptic is for fast temporary relief of minor sore throat pain.
Chlor-ah-septic.
Doctors and pharmacists have been recommending Chloraseptic for over 20 years. When your throat hurts, say ah. Chlor-ah-septic. Liquid, lozenges, and children's Chloraseptic. Fast relief for sore throat pain.
Ah.
If you wash this dirty shirt once, would it look as white as this new shirt?
I don't think so.
Bertie McDonald washed that dirty shirt in Oxidol with bleaching crystals. Now, can she pick out the Oxidol shirt from new shirts?
I am surprised. I'm very surprised.
Why?
They all are so white. All the shirts are so white.
That is your shirt.
I will buy some Oxidol. It really works.
Try Oxidol with bleaching crystals for a white that compares to new.
Isn't it a marvelous coincidence, Spencer? I never expected to see you here in Monticello.
Oh, the coincidence isn't ours, Camilla. It was between my employer and your brother. A brother I never knew you had.
That's right. I never did mention my secretive brother Ian to you, did I?
No, you didn't. And anyway, when Schuyler told me his old friend was coming to town, I just thought it was a strange coincidence that his name was Devereaux. Would you freshen the ladies' wine? I'd like a brandy and soda, please. Certainly.
What I want to know is how you came to know the Whitneys.
Oh, that's a very long story, Camilla.
What isn't?
I know a very short one.
Well, at least tell me how you met Schuyler Whitney.
It was in Switzerland. He was in a plane crash, therefore he was in a hospital.
Wait, I recall this story. But I never knew you were involved in it.
It was only because I knew the woman who was seeing to his well-being, and his stories became rather intriguing, and consequently we became involved.
Yes. They didn't know his identity, and then some man here impersonated him. Wasn't that it?
That's close enough, Camilla. And anyway, Mr. Whitney is very much himself again.
And now you're working for him.
Yes, and... Thank you.
The perfect butler now? The dependable driver? Or a bodyguard, as you were for my husband?
I'm afraid I'm not any kind of servant, Camilla. Can you take the shock?
Well, what is it you do? Whatever it is, it suits you. You're looking wonderful.
Thank you. I'm Mr. Whitney's business manager.
Heavens!
I thought that would chill your wine glass.
You're not serious, Spencer.
I know it seems improbable to you, Camilla, but it's the truth just the same.
Oh, well, I'm not doubting you. It's just that I understand Mr. Whitney is very, very rich.
You are very correct.
Well, wouldn't a man like that need an entire army of advisors?
Oh, he does. He has his lawyers and his tax advisors and his accountants, but every army needs a general.
And that's you.
So you see, Camilla, you don't have to look down your pretty little nose at me any longer.
How can you say that to me? You, of all people?
Because it's true, even though we had that affair right under your husband's nose.
I see. You didn't intend for this to be a happy reunion.
That's impossible. Two ghosts can't have a reunion, Camilla.
Then why did you want to meet me in the first place?
The same reason you agreed to meet me, curiosity.
Frankly, I wouldn't have if I'd known you were going to be this unpleasant.
Oh, let's face it, Camilla. Even when we were lovers, you always treated me like this servant I was. Maybe it made it more enjoyable for you.
You seem to enjoy our relationship. If you felt that way, why did you let it go on as long as it did?
I was waiting.
For what?
To see what would happen when Mr. Bowie died.
How could you know he would die?
Camilla, I was his bodyguard. I knew how hopeless it was to protect a man with so many enemies. I knew that someday one person would get through to me, too, probably.
But that didn't happen. When Jean died, it was his heart.
It was just another one of his enemies, Camilla.
Oh, Spencer. I'm sorry I didn't see you afterwards. I had to get away. I had to think about things.
About all the money you didn't inherit. I could have warned you about that before you married him.
Do you think that's the only reason I married him?
Camilla, I certainly hope so.
Oh, Spencer. You're still like no other person I know. I hope we can become friends again. Please notice, I said friends.
Call Mr. Hillman, see if he wants to change his appointment to 8 o'clock, all right? He's one of those patients who always complained about not being able to get away from his office during the day.
8 o'clock. You must be the only doctor in town with a night shift.
Oh, listen, I work later than this at clinics. Besides, this is for my own convenience, not for the patients, you know?
Because of your wife's peculiar hours.
Yeah, well, at least they are more consistent than they used to be. She gets to the station around 4 o'clock now, so she can be there for both the early news and the late news.
So you decided to rearrange your own day.
Yeah, that's the general idea.
Except she probably sleeps late in the morning and you still go on those
Barbara,
hospital...
I really appreciate all this sympathy, but it's not necessary, I
I'm sorry,
promise.
Doctor. I just think you're pushing yourself a little too hard, all because of your wife's schedule.
That's the price you pay for having 2 careers in the same family.
Why doesn't she give hers up?
Why didn't you ask me to give mine up?
You know, you're a doctor.
What if she were a doctor and I were in television news? Would you ask me to give mine up then?
I'm sorry. I know it's none of my business.
Oh, Barbara, listen, I appreciate your interest. Really, I do. Let's just say that Nicole and I have few enough hours in the day when we're together, so we try to make the most of the ones we do have. How's that for an answer? Would dear Abby approve of that?
Dear Barbara does. By the way, since you're working so late, what are your dinner plans?
Oh, dinner. I'll probably go to that diner across the street.
I knew it. Doctors know absolutely nothing about their own health.
Yes, they're not too high on nutritional value, are they?
There's a new French restaurant that opened last week. It's right across the street on Whitman Avenue.
Really? Have you tried it?
No, but I've heard it's very good. Well, I'd better go.
Oh, hi, Barbara. How are you?
All right.
Don't worry, I won't take much of your time. I have things to do. I wanted to ask you a very special favor.
What is it?
I told you about my boyfriend, the man I work with.
Yes, of course.
Listen, I consider you a very special friend, and I trust you with a confidence.
Well, if you really...
I'm going to have a baby.
Oh, my gosh.
It's his. Of course, his name is Gunther Wagner. He wants to talk to Dr. Kavanaugh.
But why? I mean, Dr. Kavanaugh's not an OB.
But he knows that I'm Dr. Kavanaugh's patient. He's going to try to call him, I think. Listen, please, don't tell him anything more, all right?
Of course I wouldn't. I mean, it wouldn't be ethical.
No, you're right. It wouldn't be ethical.
If I take some Heinz ketchup at the start of your meal and put it right here, and put this other well-known brand right here, something amazing happens before you're half through. See? The competition runs. But here's where Heinz winning thickness pays off. Taste. Because on a hamburger or anything else, Heinz is the best-tasting ketchup.
So pour on the Heinz, America's thickest, best-tasting ketchup.
Airwick presents some smelly reasons why you need a rug and room deodorizer. Rover who's all over, the old fogey stogie, the damp musties. Once these odors get trapped in your rug, they're in your room. So you need Airwick Carpet Fresh. Just sprinkle Carpet Fresh powder on, wait a few minutes, and vacuum. It overcomes the source of odors in your carpet. Your room has a fresh, clean smell. Carpet Fresh, America's #1 rug and room deodorizer.
General Hospital.
They're in Canada, man. Victoria, British Columbia.
The search is on, but fate keeps Luke away from Holly in Canada. Holly! General Hospital.
you thought really goodbye, for heaven's sake.
I know that, honey.
I'm going to be in here tonight with Cliff. I mean, we're going to have dinner here.
Well, that's terrific. I need the business.
And I'll probably be in here every night after tonight. You know, when I'm not on stage and all.
Mitzi, you're always welcome here.
Gosh, it's so silly, isn't it? Why am I crying then?
I don't know. For that matter, why am I crying?
Well, why not? Right? I mean, everybody deserves a good cry now and then. Oh, Sid, I love you.
I love you too, honey. Hey, now listen, don't you forget your old friends when you get rich and famous, huh?
Oh, come on. All right, I'll talk to you. No.
She ran in front of me. I never saw her. Oh, my God, Mitzi. Mitzi.
Are you ready for the next great romance in your life? Silhouette Special Edition.
I know all about great romances. I'm Janet Daly. Silhouette Special Edition is unlike any other. Longer, spicier. Why, you'll be so involved, you can't put it down.
Make your own special time even more special. Relax with Silhouette Special Edition now.
Nothing's gonna clear this clog.
Oh, yeah? Try heavy-duty liquid plumber with heavy-duty power.
Heavy-duty power?
Power to clear tough hair clogs. No leading drain opener can beat it.
Not this liquid?
Nope.
Not even Crystal?
Oh, works better than Crystal. Use Crystal and liquid plumber on hair clogged sinks. 30 minutes later, Crystal sink's still backed up.
Liquid plumber's clearing that tough hair clog.
That's heavy-duty power.
No leading drain opener can beat it.
Heavy-duty liquid plumber.
This is David Hartman. Tomorrow, former President Nixon, also Phil Donahue and Shirley Fonda. This week, Priscilla Barnes and Prince Charles on Good Morning America.
Tonight, the roommate's private life goes public when a newspaper reporter sees their arrangement as a good way to beat inflation on Three's Company. Then feathers fly when Judy's ex-husband comes home and brings along his new girlfriend on 9 to 5. After Jennifer's college reunion becomes a nightmare when an old classmate plots Jonathan's murder so he can have her to himself on Heart to Heart.
Last Word premieres tonight with Phil Donahue and Greg Jackson.
For the first time, we're going to let you have the last word.
Donahue as you've never seen him. Phone in surveys to let you voice your opinion.
We don't promise to change your life, but now and then we will change your mind.
The Last Word premieres tonight after Nightline.
Too tired to cook? Your grocer's freezer has a great Italian restaurant. Ronzoni's delicious Italian entrees at 1/3 the cost of eating out.
This is Storm Field. Coming up on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, believe it or not, it's happened again. Poisons in another over-the-counter drug, this time Excedrin. 2 people in the hospital. We'll have the latest for you and this.
What is the federal government doing to prevent another Tylenol tragedy? I'm Mark Haynes, and I asked the Surgeon General that question today.
Also, my special report on your eyesight and how to make sure you don't lose it, and how you can win Burt Reynolds' shirt, of all things. Join us at 5.
What shocking events made Liberace's love song turn sour? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
His ex-companion reveals intimate details in this explosive interview. This Enquirer exclusive tells all. Why has Dean Martin asked his ex-wife to marry him again? What are the best foods to eat during a snack attack?
It's in the Enquirer.
Plus another moving story of love for inquiring readers by Nancy Reagan. It's in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
Thursday.
You want naked, you're gonna get naked.
What would you do if your son modeled nude?
I'm out of here.
Joni loves Chachi. And Jenny butters up Dad on report card day. Star of the family. Then Henry gets exposed to the weather and chicken pox.
Leave it to you to cause an epidemic.
Too close for comfort. And Molly turns tiger to win a case.
I don't know who you are.
Well, her hair's a little different.
It takes two.
Thursday on ABC.
It's Italian style, too.